Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again. Here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video talking about The Walking Dead Season 4 and doing some predictions about the so-called Sanctuary. Alright, so it's a little bit early when I'm filming this video. I had some hour change up from work, so I gotta get used to waking up earlier. So I may not be able to do a video tomorrow or just this weekend. I'll have less videos just because of work and schedule and that kind of stuff. So, but don't worry. I mean, as soon as I can, I'll get right back to it, and pretty much can guarantee at least a video every day. And I'll try to make at least one Walking Dead video a day. Although sometimes it's difficult because of topics and not having enough and just ideas and time and things like that. So that's that. But back to the video topic at hand. So what do I think is going to happen with the so-called Sanctuary? Well, the first thing right off the bat is actually a location that is being rumored to being filmed at right now, or being shot right now. And we do have a picture from it, and that is of Fort Benning. Let's take a look. So this one is currently pretty much posted on most spoiler sites for The Walking Dead right now online as being a location that they are shooting at. Now, I always thought that in Season 1 they said they were going to Fort Bennett. However, I may have been incorrect in that. See, the thing is, it's been a while since I've seen those episodes. I got to do a throwback review of those two, the last two episodes from Season 1, by the way. But I thought they said it was Fort Bennett, but I guess maybe that was just me mishearing, or maybe they decided to change the name now due to not wanting to use actual location names. Like, for example, some of the spots they've been at, so for like the Big Spot, instead of calling it Big Lots, which is really what it is, they call it Big Spot instead to avoid any kind of ties to the actual company, so they don't get sued or whatever for how it represents the company, or these types of things. So maybe this is the same type of situation why they're calling it Fort Benning. I'm not sure. I thought it was Fort Bennett, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, regardless, would expect to see some military personnel there. Now, we still to this point don't know where the governor has gone to. So this is one possibility for somewhere that he has gone. However, I think it's more likely that it'd probably be Rick's group that would try to go there, because Shane and Rick in Season 1 were talking about it. It was one of those locations where they were really going to shoot for, and on the way there, they ended up stopping at the farm. Carl got shot, all that good stuff. Carl got shot, and then they went to the farm. And they couldn't leave because he obviously couldn't travel, and in a zombie apocalypse could not be on the road. So I think this would be an interesting location to see. It kind of reminds me of like Day of the Dead, which you see like a military bunker outpost, and they have the fences around and everything like that, and then maybe lowered into a section in the the bunker type thing. And I don't know if this place would have bunkers, but it would be a cool location to see in The Walking Dead, to see that kind of military reinforced area. Now, is this the Sanctuary that we hear of at the end of the Season 4 trailer when they're traveling in the car? That I don't know. Timing-wise, it seems like it sure could be. Where they would go. Some other possibilities, of course, would be like Alexandria, the safe zone, which, if you guys remember, was the spot where Rick's group eventually ended up after leaving the farm for the last time, and is still there even to this point in the comic book series. So eventually they're going to make it to Alexandria, but I don't know if that's the so-called Sanctuary and if they would get reception, because isn't that near Washington, D.C. somewhere? And right now they're still fairly close to Atlanta, right? So Fort Bennett, I think, has the best chance of being the location where this so-called Sanctuary is. Now, it sounds too good to be true, and it probably is. So, this is also around the same time that we're supposed to be seeing Abraham, Eugene, and Rosita come into the series, according to Spoiler TV anyway. So maybe they will be there, maybe Rick's group will run into them when they get there, or maybe I'm totally off base here and it's actually another group like the Hunters luring people into a trap, which is another possibility. They could be broadcasting, this type of thing, getting people to come to a certain location and then killing them, taking their stuff, and eating them, which is basically what the hunters do. So something like that is also very, very possible as well. So we'll see what direction they go with it. I gotta see the hunters at some point, man. And if they're gonna be leaving the prison, we'd expect to see them probably in season 4, I would think. Especially if we're gonna be seeing Abraham, Rosita, and Eugene come into the series, I would expect to see the hunters too in season 4. And I'm very excited to see their take on those characters because they're such dark type characters and they weren't around very long in the comic book series. I think in the television series they could be really good antagonists, just like the Governor, maybe even better or somewhere close to, because season 3 with the Governor was pretty sweet, I thought. But we'll see what happens with everything, but I really hope to see the hunters at some point soon in either season 4 or at latest maybe season 5. So anyway, let's do the discussion. Where do you guys think they're headed? I think possibly Alexandria Safe Zone could be the sanctuary. Fort Benning most likely probably is a sanctuary. Either that or Star Wars, it's a trap. And possibly, if the group separates, we could see maybe Herschel or some of the others going back to the farm or something like that, and Rick's group staying at the prison. So which would lead to, characters, leaving in different directions and things like that. Maybe Daryl's group with Tyrese is by themselves and Rick is not a part of that. Maybe they're going off on their own and will find their way to Fort Benning. So let's do the discussion. If you guys have any other information about Season 4, please feel free to send it to me if you want to see any videos made on it. And that's my thoughts on the Sanctuary. Very excited to see what happens with it. And I think the most likely chance is going to be Fort Benning with very possible but likely Alexandria Safe Zone broadcast, or it's a trap, the hunters maybe. Okay, I'll call it here, and that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.